Hi all. Uh, Today we'll be learning about how we handle the XML files into the SQL Server. So let's begin. It's just a brief introduction about me, and I'm currently working with Mindfire Solutions Noida, and I'm having the following certifications. And you can connect me on LinkedIn and as well as my email ID rahul.gupta@mindfiresolutions.com. All right. So let's begin with the contents. We'll be dealing with XML handling in the SQL Server today. First, we'll see how are the different approaches available for handle the XML files into our SQL Server. There are different approaches available with having own corresponding pros and cons. So, we can handle the XML handling using the XML nodes, or we can use the Open XML function, which is an inbuilt function which SQL Server provides us. So, in this video, we'll be using the Open XML function to read out the XML files and then accordingly storing the data from XML attributes into the SQL Server columns. So let me quickly go through the algo we'll be following in this video. Uh, the algo we'll be following is, first we'll be importing XML data from an XML file which we have already created into the SQL Server table, and for that we need a inbuilt function which SQL Server provides us is the open row set function. Once that XML file has been stored into a SQL Server column, we'll be parsing out the data from the XML file stored in the SQL Server column to read out the different attributes available in the XML file and accordingly store them in the SQL Server columns. So let's try to handle this XML file. First, let me create an XML file. I've already created an XML file. Let me open it. I've named it as Open XML Testing. Okay, so this is the XML file I have created for the time being. As you can see in this file, we have customer attribute which internally having the customers attribute which internally having the customer attribute, having the uh, so columns has customer name is Rahul and customer ID, which internally having the root grand level node order and internal orders, and then which internally has the order and order date and order ID, order date and order ID, and along for the order we have the different nodes available for order details like quantity, product ID, as so on. So this is one customer details, this is another customer details, and this is the third customer details. So this is the whole XML structure we'll be dealing today. Now let's try to, as per the algo we have seen, right, let's try to first import this XML data into an XML file into SQL Server table using the open row set function. So let me quickly start with the SQL Server first. So first we'll be storing the XML file into the XML data column in the SQL, the step number 1 of the algo. So let's open up the SQL Server Management Studio. So it is opened up now. So let's create a new database to handle this. Let's connect the SQL Server. Let me expand the database node. We click on new query. Okay, so the query editor is loaded up. Let's create a new database. Create database. Let's name it at Open XML Testing. execute. So database gets created. Let me quickly refresh it. This you can see here open XML data, open XML testing database. Now let's create a new table in this database within column as ID as identity, XML data within data type as XML, and loaded data time is the current date time. This XML data will be having the current XML file which will be importing. So let's create this table. Now this table is created. Now you can see here. Let me refresh it. You can see here the XML with open XML table is created now. Now we can insert the values in this table. And the values we need to insert is first is the get date function will insert the value into the loaded time, and the open row set function will be using open row set function. Now what this function does is it's import directly import the XML files into SQL column. Now as you can see here in the F drive I am having the open XML testing.xml file. This is the F drive and open XML testing file. Now let me insert it and see if the data gets loaded up. Now once that is done, let me quickly select star from this table. Now you can see here the XML data gets loaded up. I can click on it to see the XML data exactly. Now you can see here the exact XML file which we have created, right? It's loaded up in the R SQL editor as well. Alright, so let's move ahead to step number 2 of our algo. Now what is the step number 2 of our algo is we need to parse this XML data using the open XML function. What we will quickly do is we're gonna use the open XML function. Let me quickly copy the queries. Now what will happen is, now there are two things. We'll be using the open XML function to read out the XML attributes to parse the XML file. Now we can use two different methods available here. But one is the store procedures basically. One is named as SP XML prepare document and another one is an XP XML remove document. Let me tell you what this two system store procedure does is SP XML prepare document. This is a SQL server defined internal store procedure which will take your XML file as an input and it will give the XML document as an output which can handle the XML files. Now since this XML document is internally stored in the internal cache of a SQL server, we need to remove it as soon as possible to clear out the cache files. So for that SP XML remove document procedure is used. Now what here I am doing in this query is I am declaring the simple variables @XML as an XML type and hdog as an integer and @SQL as nvarchar. Now I'll be reading out the XML file from my XML open with XML table, this table only which I've just created, into a variable, and then I'll be passing this variable into this procedure XML prepare document, and I'll be getting the XML document as an output. Now from that XML document output we'll be using the open XML function which I've already discussed. Just open XML function to read out the files, to read out the values from the XML files. Now, what does this query mean? Select star from this customer ID, customer name and address from the customer ID. Now, from this XML document, we need to navigate. If I can open the XML file again, we need to navigate to customers and customer. Root customer and customers. So what we'll be getting in the output is, since we have navigating to this root customer and customer, we'll be getting the customer name and the customer ID and the address as well. Because we are not going to the more deeper level, we are going to root customers and customers. So we'll be getting the customer name, customer ID and this address as an output in this column. Now note that the attribute A we have added in this column because we need to get the customer ID and customer name from this customer node, the attribute of customer node. No @ is required for the address node because it's a parent node. Right, so let's try to execute this and see if we can get the loaded from the XML files. You can see here it successfully loaded up the data, the customer ID, customer name and address. Let's check with the XML file, customer ID, customer name and the address. It's loaded up for all of the 3 customers. Now what do I need to do if I need to get the grand level as well, and I need to get the order ID and the order date and the order ID as well for the corresponding customers. And just a simple change in these queries and you can get the output. And what we need to do, we need to penetrate into one more deeper level. Now, let me quickly copy the queries for the same. Right. Now same we'll be using the open XML function and the two system defined store procedures, XML prepare document and XML remove document, to clear out the internal cache and to get the XML document from the XML file. Now since we need to get the order ID and order date and order ID of this, we need to use a symbol, right? This symbol. Now what this symbol does is, this symbol actually uh, allow to parse the grandparent level node of the XML. So the number of times this symbol appears in the query is number of level you need to navigate, number of grandparent level you need to navigate. So now you can see here I'm navigating to the 2 levels of customer ID. So if you can see here the customer ID, then I'll be getting the order date and the order ID as well. And similarly for the customer name, and for order ID and order date we don't need to append this symbol, since it's a root level we'll be dealing here in this query, order date and order ID. And similarly for the address, the one more deeper level, right? So the address is more one deeper level, customer name and customer ID. Okay, so let's try to run this query and see if we can get the order details of the corresponding customers. Alright, so you can see here we are getting the order ID and the order details of a particular customers as well using this query. So we have done till now is we are able to fetch the corresponding customer details, customer name, customer ID, order date and order ID, and address of all 3 customers, customer 1, customer 2, customer 3. Now what I need is I need to navigate to one more deeper level, and I need to fetch the corresponding quantity and the product ID as well for all of the customers, basically all of the information from the XML files. So what I need to do, as we have already discussed, we can use the // symbol to parse the grand level parent node of the XML. So if I can modify this query to add one more level into this, so basically I can get the order quantity details as well of the products. So let me quickly copy the queries so that typing effort gets saved. Let's try to analyze this query first and then we'll be running it. Similarly, we are using the OpenXML function to read out the data, and same procedure SPXML prepare document to get the to handle the document from an XML file, and XPXML remove document to clear out the internal cache of XML file. XPXML remove document. Now, since in this query we need to get the fetch the details for quantity and product as well for corresponding orders. So we are moving one more deeper levels. You can see here we have added one more dot dot slash symbol in the customer ID customer column and the order ID and order date as well. Because in this one more level we need to go to order date and order ID as well. Now if you compare it with the above one, since we were directly fetching the order ID and order date, we have not appended any symbol into this. Now since now we need to navigate to in order date and order ID one more quantity and product ID as well. We have appended the symbol, right? Order ID and order date appended the symbol. So let's try to run this to see we can get the full detail of the product as well. Alright, so you can see here we're getting the full information from the XML file, the customer ID, customer name, address, order ID, order date, along with the product and the product ID and the quantity. Now, since as per the XML file, we are having the 3 orders for each of the customer 1, customer 2 and customer 3. So we're getting 3 into 3, 9 rows. So this is all about the OpenXML function and handling the XML file into the SQL Server. So what we have studied today is how to store the XML file into SQL Server column. For that we have used the OpenRowSet function. OpenRowSet function to basically give the location of the XML file and then store the XML file into a data. OpenRowSet function, and then how to read node by node from an XML. For that we have used the OpenXML file defined function and the two internally defined store procedure, XML prepare document and XML remove document. Okay, the XML prepare document, what it does is it take up the XML file and returns and handles the XML document, for which we can, on top of that we can use the OpenXML function to read out the XML attributes. Now third we learned about, right, how to store the XML attribute as a column in SQL servers, like we store for customer name and customer ID. And in the last we learned about how to navigate to parent and grand level deeper in the XML and fetch data using that dot dot at hash symbol. Right. Dot 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 hash symbol. Right. So that's all for today from my side. Thank you very much for your listening. Have a great day.